The awakening. The ocean roared in unnatural fury. Waves towered over cities on the coastline, crashing with thunderous force, tossing ships like toys. Fishermen and sailors scrambled for their lives as the water churned violently, green and black energy shimmering beneath the surface. Something ancient had stirred. Deep beneath the ocean floor, three colossal forms shifted, their spines glowing with eerie, otherworldly energy. They were alien Godzillas, extraterrestrial in origin, their scales reflecting a strange cosmic light. Unlike any creature humanity had ever known, these monsters were massive, intelligent, and terrifyingly coordinated. Milky Way Superman detects the threat. High above, in the stratosphere, Superman sensed the disturbance. The normally calm aura of the planet was vibrating with alien energy. His cape fluttered in the jet stream as he soared toward the coastline. Eyes scanning the waves, he saw the first spire of a Godzilla tail pierce the ocean's surface. "This isn't normal," Superman murmured, his voice tense. "Three of them, all at once, and they're not from this world." Citizens below screamed and ran as water surged into the city streets. Buildings shook as massive claws ripped through the harbor. Ships capsized. The ocean had become a battlefield before the first footstep even hit land. High voltage, the first strike. The first alien Godzilla emerged fully from the ocean, its eyes glowing an alien green. Massive, armored scales shimmered with cosmic energy. It roared, a sound that made glass shatter and steel groan. Water boiled around it, sending superheated waves crashing into the city. Superman dove from the sky, breaking the sound barrier. His fist collided with the Godzilla's jaw, sending shock waves through the surrounding waves. The creature staggered but immediately adapted, swinging its tail and smashing a dock into splinters. The second and third Godzillas surfaced simultaneously, flanking the first. Their synchronization suggested intelligence beyond mere instinct. The city had become a nightmare of water, debris, and alien roar. Milky Way Superman strategy. Superman hovered, assessing the threat. "I can't take them head-on all at once. I need to separate them and minimize collateral damage." He shot into the air, creating a supersonic sonic boom that disoriented the first Godzilla. Using heat vision, he carved channels in the water to divert its path away from populated areas. But the alien monsters were fast, adaptive, and unrelenting. One of them lunged at a skyscraper, smashing through glass and steel. Superman's speed allowed him to intercept just in time, lifting massive debris to shield fleeing civilians. Glowing Star of the Ocean becomes a battlefield. The alien Godzillas retreated slightly into the harbor, sensing the threat Superman posed. They lashed out with tails, spines glowing, shooting beams of cosmic energy into the sky and water. Waves rose like mountains, destroying infrastructure in their wake. Superman dodged the energy blasts, countering with heat vision strikes and energy punches that rattled the creature's alien armor. Despite his speed and strength, the three monsters coordinated, making every strike dangerous. Ships, helicopters, and drones were caught in the crossfire. Superman's priority was civilians, but every second spent shielding them gave the alien Godzillas time to adapt and regroup. High voltage, a glimpse of intelligence. One of the alien Godzillas paused, tilting its head as if calculating. Its green eyes seemed to analyze Superman, plotting its next move. It wasn't just a mindless creature. It was a strategist capable of learning mid-battle. Superman realized the fight wouldn't end with brute force alone. He needed to find the source of their oceanic emergence. Likely, an alien beacon or energy core had awakened them. Scanning the harbor with X-ray and telescopic vision, Superman detected a massive, glowing crystalline structure beneath the ocean floor, pulsing with alien energy. That must be what triggered the Godzillas. Superman dove toward the ocean depths at incredible speed, passing beneath waves, dodging alien energy beams. The water pressure was immense, but his body adapted instantly, shielding him from the crushing force. As he neared the glowing crystal, the three alien Godzillas followed, their tails smashing the ocean floor, creating massive shockwaves. Energy pulsated violently, and the crystal's light began to resonate with the Godzilla's spines. Above the ocean, the city braced for the next phase. Superman's aura flared as he prepared to confront the extraterrestrial source. The alien Godzillas were not just monsters. They were heralds of a greater invasion. And Earth's fate rested on his shoulders. Descent into the abyss. The ocean's surface churned violently, waves smashing against the shattered harbor. But Superman had no time to focus on the city above. His eyes were locked on the glowing crystal deep beneath the sea. Its pulsing energy was unlike anything he had encountered. Green, black, and violet streaks radiated outward, syncing with the alien Godzilla's spines. Diving with supersonic speed, Superman pierced the ocean like a missile, cutting through water as if it were air. The pressure grew immense, yet his body adapted instantly, his aura flaring with energy that shielded him from the crushing force. Milky Way, the underwater battlefield. As he approached the crystal, the three alien Godzillas followed. They moved with terrifying intelligence, circling him, tails thrashing, spines glowing. Their eyes glimmered with alien calculation. They were no ordinary monsters. Superman hovered just above the ocean floor, water pressure bending around him, and assessed his surroundings. The cavernous underwater trench expanded hundreds of meters in all directions. Strange alien formations jutted from the seabed, glowing in response to the crystal. Suddenly, the first Godzilla lunged, smashing into Superman with a force that created a shockwave, sending sand and debris flying. He barely managed to counter with a spinning energy punch, sending the creature staggering back. High-voltage heat, vision, and strategic assault. The second Godzilla unleashed a concentrated energy beam from its glowing spines. Superman dodged, twisting midair, and retaliated with heat vision, striking the crystal formations to create debris walls between him and the monsters. The water boiled where heat vision met alien energy, creating a dramatic underwater storm of light and pressure. The third Godzilla circled above, preparing to strike, but Superman was ready. He drew on his flight and super speed, weaving through the attacks, landing calculated blows to their energy-infused scales. Each strike sent shockwaves that rattled the cavern floor, but the creatures were relentless. Glowing star discovery of the alien core. Superman's vision scanned the crystal deeper. Embedded within the glowing core was a strange alien device, metallic and pulsing with energy. "So this is the command nexus," he murmured. "It's controlling the Godzillas, amplifying their strength." The realization hit him. Destroying the crystal would disrupt the monster's synchronization, but he needed a plan. Taking them on head-on risked massive destruction above water. He glanced at the three alien Godzillas. They circled the crystal, almost in a protective formation. The plan was risky, but there was no other option. Milky Way, coordinated tactics. Superman struck first at the closest Godzilla, dodging a tail, swipe, and blasting its spines with a concentrated energy punch. The creature roared, staggering back, giving him a window to move toward the crystal. The second Godzilla charged from the side, its massive body shaking the trench. Superman used super speed to create a vortex, drawing water and debris into the creature's path. It stumbled, crashing into the trench wall disoriented. The third Godzilla unleashed a beam of alien energy directly at him. Superman countered midair with a blinding counter-energy burst, reflecting the beam back. The beam collided with the crystal formations, sending sparks across the cavern and creating temporary chaos among the monsters. Chaos and tension. The crystal pulsed violently, reacting to Superman's assault. Energy waves surged outward, shaking the cavern and creating massive currents. The Godzillas roared, clearly affected by the disruption. Superman knew he had to act fast. "I need to destroy that core before they regain full control." He darted toward the pulsing crystal, fists glowing with concentrated energy. The alien Godzillas lunged in unison, but Superman was prepared. Using supersonic speed, He dodged all three attacks, striking the crystal with a devastating blow that sent shards flying in all directions. The energy surged violently, knocking the monsters back. The crystal fractured but not destroyed. Energy beams shot outward uncontrollably, striking the cavern walls. The Godzillas roared, enraged and disoriented. Superman was thrown back by the force but recovered quickly, hovering above the chaos. "This isn't over," Superman muttered, scanning the monsters. "The core is damaged, but they're still too powerful." The alien Godzillas regrouped, their spines glowing brighter than before, energy surging from the fractured crystal. Above the ocean, the city braced as tremors rocked the coastline. The final confrontation was approaching. Ocean's fury. The fractured crystal pulsed violently beneath the ocean floor, sending energy waves rippling through the water. The three alien Godzillas, their spines glowing brighter than ever, thrashed in coordinated fury. They were no longer mere monsters. They were a synchronized, destructive force, controlled by the core's remaining energy. Above, the coastline quaked. Ships capsized, waves towered over city harbors, and panic spread among civilians. Superman hovered over the water, scanning for opportunities. He knew the next move had to be precise. One mistake could lead to total devastation. Milky Way coordinated assault. Superman dove, creating a supersonic vortex in the water to distract the Godzillas. One lunged through the swirling currents, aiming to crush him with its massive claws. Superman twisted midair, striking its chest with an energy punch that sent shockwaves through the trench. The second Godzilla fired a concentrated beam of alien energy from its glowing spines. Superman countered with heat vision, reflecting the beam into the cavern wall, dislodging massive rocks that tumbled toward the creature. The third Godzilla circled from above, preparing a crushing tail strike. Superman accelerated, creating a spinning energy shield, deflecting the attack and hurling the tail into a rocky wall, causing a massive underwater explosion. The battle was relentless, cinematic, and devastating. Each strike shook the ocean, sending pressure waves to the surface that overturned ships and destroyed infrastructure. High voltage uncovering the source. Superman realized that destroying the remaining crystal shards was the only way to neutralize the Godzillas permanently. Using X-ray and energy vision, he located the largest shard embedded deep in the seabed, pulsating with alien energy. He surged toward it at supersonic speed, dodging simultaneous attacks from all three Godzillas. The first struck, sending him backward, but Superman recovered midair, launching a blinding energy blast at the shard. Sparks flew, and the crystal emitted a high-pitched resonance, enraging the monsters further. Water wave ocean battle escalates. The battle erupted across the ocean. Waves crashed over cities as the Godzillas rose from the depths, their energy beams streaking across the skies. Superman fought tirelessly, intercepting each attack, shielding civilians, and striking at the alien core with precision energy punches. Ships became debris as they collided with the monster's massive tails. Helicopters and drones tried to assist, but were obliterated by the Godzilla's synchronized assaults. Superman's speed and power allowed him to stay one step ahead, but the monsters adapted quickly, using teamwork to corner him. Glowing Star strategic feint. Superman realized he couldn't face all three at once. He needed to divide their attention. He created a massive whirlpool with supersonic flight, drawing two Godzillas toward each other. The third, sensing an opportunity, lunged toward the shard. Seizing the moment, Superman fired a supercharged heat vision beam directly at the shard, blasting it free from the seabed. Energy surged outward, creating an underwater shockwave. Two Godzillas were knocked back by the blast, while the third roared in confusion. High voltage, the tides turn. With the shard free, Superman used his strength to hurl it toward the ocean's surface. The remaining energy from the shard exploded outward, striking the three alien Godzillas simultaneously. They roared in pain, staggered, and temporarily lost coordination. Above the water, waves subsided slightly, giving civilians a brief moment of reprieve. Superman hovered, his aura blazing as he prepared for the next phase, forcing the monsters onto land for the final confrontation. The three alien Godzillas, now disoriented but still powerful, swam toward the coastline. The city below braced for impact. Superman, battered but determined, flew ahead, ready to intercept and contain the monsters. The ocean's fury was far from over. The alien menace had been weakened but not defeated. The ultimate battle for Earth's survival was about to unfold on land, where destruction would be magnified. Landfall of chaos. The alien Godzillas surged from the ocean, their massive bodies slamming into the coastline with explosive force. Concrete and steel shattered beneath their claws, water surged into the streets, and the sky above the city darkened with dust and debris. Superman hovered above, aura blazing, scanning the battlefield. He had weakened the creatures underwater, but on land, their destructive power was amplified. Each step of the alien Godzillas sent shockwaves that leveled buildings and overturned vehicles. High-voltage civilian evacuation. The streets were chaos. Panicked citizens ran, cars swerved into overturned buses, and debris rained from skyscrapers. Superman swooped down, catching a falling family midair, carrying them to safety with his super speed. He glanced toward the alien monsters. Their spines glowed brighter than ever, pulsing in rhythm with residual energy from the shattered crystal. They weren't just attacking, they were adapting, calculating, learning from every move he made. Milky Way tactical advantage. Superman realized he needed more than brute strength. The alien Godzillas were nearly indestructible individually, but their coordination could be exploited. He devised a plan: divide and isolate them while neutralizing their energy cores embedded in their spines. Diving toward the first Godzilla, he dodged a massive tail swipe and used heat vision to strike the glowing spines, temporarily stunning it. The creature roared in pain, thrashing wildly, and stumbled into a partially collapsed building. The second Godzilla lunged at Superman from across the street. He vaulted over its attack, striking its underbelly with a powerful energy punch that sent debris flying. Its roar echoed through the city, shaking the streets and disorienting civilians nearby. The third Godzilla, sensing danger, fired concentrated energy beams from its spines. Superman countered midair with a massive shield of energy, reflecting the beams back into its armored chest. Sparks flew, and the monster staggered. High voltage Mother Nature's ally. As Superman battled, the winds shifted. Clouds gathered, darkening the sky. Gusts and lightning crackled around him. It was as if the planet itself was aiding him. Using the air currents, he gained extra speed, dodging and striking with unmatched precision. The combination of heat vision, super strength, and environmental advantage allowed Superman to begin turning the tide. The alien Godzillas, though resilient, were visibly affected by the strategic assaults. Glowing Star Godzilla's counterstrike. Suddenly, one of the Godzillas, still partially recovered from the underwater battle, launched a massive tail swipe at the city. Superman acted instinctively, redirecting the swipe toward the other two Godzillas. The collision caused a domino effect, stunning all three temporarily. Seeing his chance, Superman focused on the glowing energy cores in their spines. One by one, he unleashed focused heat vision strikes, shattering the alien power nodes. The Godzillas roared in agony as their coordination faltered, each monster now acting individually rather than as a united force. High-voltage urban destruction intensifies. Even weakened, the alien Godzillas remained a menace. Skyscrapers crumbled, bridges collapsed, and flames spread across the streets. Superman dodged falling debris, lifted cars to safety, and continued targeting the spines. The city's evacuation was nearly complete, thanks to early warnings and Superman's interventions, but the human cost remained high. Civilians watched in awe as the hero clashed with monsters the size of mountains. Superman hovered above the battlefield, aura glowing with intensity, surveying the weakened but still dangerous alien Godzillas. The last energy core was embedded in the largest Godzilla, pulsing with alien energy. "This ends now," Superman muttered, determination burning in his eyes. He prepared to make the final assault, knowing the next strike would decide the fate of the city and possibly Earth itself. The alien Godzilla let out a deafening roar, energy crackling from its spines. The streets trembled. Superman's aura flared brighter, his fist clenched, and he charged forward for the ultimate confrontation. To be continued. The final confrontation. The largest alien Godzilla roared, shaking the city to its foundations. Its spines glowed violently, signaling the last surge of alien energy. The streets trembled, and flames flickered across the skyline. Superman hovered above, aura blazing, scanning for an opening. The first 4 days had tested every ounce of his strength and strategy. He had separated the monsters, targeted their energy cores, and minimized civilian casualties. But this final showdown would determine the fate of Earth. High-voltage precision strike. Superman dove toward the massive Godzilla, fists crackling with energy. The alien monster lunged, swinging its tail with catastrophic force. Superman used supersonic speed, twisting midair, and delivered a concentrated energy punch directly to the creature's chest. Sparks and alien energy flew in all directions, momentarily staggering the monster. He dodged another tail strike, launching himself upward. Using his heat vision, he focused on the remaining spines along its back, targeting each energy core. The creature roared in pain, thrashing wildly, breaking through streets, vehicles, and buildings in its wake. Milky Way Godzilla allies join. The other two alien Godzillas, though weakened, attempted to flank Superman, but their coordination was disrupted. Suddenly, two heroic Godzillas emerged from the ocean, responding to the planetary disturbance. Their molten blue spines blazed with energy, and their roars echoed like thunder across the city. The heroic Godzillas charged at the alien trio, engaging them directly. One knocked a smaller alien Godzilla into a building, sending debris flying. The other engaged the medium-sized monster, smashing it into the harbor, while Superman focused all energy on the largest alien Godzilla. High-voltage epic battle. Energy clashed with energy. Alien beams collided with heat vision. Massive tails struck concrete, sending shockwaves that shattered nearby structures. Superman, using his superior speed and flight, avoided attacks and delivered a series of precise strikes to the alien Godzilla's chest and spines. The battle became a spectacle of destruction and power. The city's coastline was a battlefield, water, fire, and alien energy mixing into a chaotic, cinematic scene. Civilians watched from safe distances, awestruck at the heroism and scale of the fight. Glowing Star, the final strike. Superman hovered above the largest alien Godzilla, fists glowing with concentrated energy. He gathered every ounce of power from his solar-charged cells, forming a massive energy sphere in his hands. "This ends now," he shouted, voice echoing across the devastated city. With a supersonic dive, he plunged the energy sphere into the Godzilla's chest. The creature screamed, spines erupting in a blinding explosion of light and alien energy. The force of the blast sent shockwaves outward, sending the remaining alien Godzillas reeling. The heroic Godzillas roared, lunging at the remaining alien monsters, neutralizing them with precise strikes. The alien menace was finally defeated. Milky Way aftermath. The ocean calmed, returning to its natural rhythm. Smoke and debris rose from the city, but the streets were slowly clearing. Survivors cheered, witnessing Superman standing victorious amid the wreckage. The heroic Godzillas roared, signaling their triumph, before returning to the deep ocean to rest. Superman hovered, exhausted but resolute, scanning the horizon. The alien threat was gone for now. Earth had survived, thanks to strategy, courage, and unwavering heroism. High-voltage closing scene. The city's skyline glimmered in the dawn light. Survivors began rebuilding, inspired by the heroism they had witnessed. Superman's aura slowly faded as he rose into the sky, a symbol of hope and protection. In the distance, the ocean was calm, but beneath the surface, the echoes of alien energy hinted that threats could return. For now, Earth was safe. Superman's gaze hardened. He knew vigilance was eternal, but today, he had triumphed. The triple Godzilla invasion was over. Humanity had endured. The end.